Hello. We have worked with a short story called What's in Swindon, and I'm just gonna get started. And I'm gonna start off with a characterization of the main characters. We have two characters, like main characters. We have Marty and we have Angela Fulton. And I'm gonna start out with talking about Marty. In his 20s, he was very skinny, smoked a lot, and he just didn't seem healthy. He was also very naive. For a time, Angela and Marty were together, so in a relationship. And after they broke up, they moved to different cities, and Marty moved to London. Then we have Angela Fulton, his ex-girlfriend, which in her 20s was skinny and pale, and her voice didn't change from the time she was 20 to the day that the story was told. So that's after many years, her voice didn't change at all. Marty told us that when she showed up at the hotel, her hair was kinky and her eyes were brown. And he actually said that they reminded him of a Coca-Cola. Their relationship was very toxic. They had a lot of fights. In the evenings, they would make love. They had a lot of fights, and they didn't listen to each other at all. Even though they loved each other very much, they just didn't know how a relationship should work for that time. They broke up because they started to ignoring each other, and I think that's because they just were too young to take up the problems and try to make it better. And yeah, they gave up on the relationship. We also have a plot twist in the story, and that is when Marty and Angela was at the hotel. They just had sex, and Angela comes out of the bathroom and tells Marty that she's going to get married. She wants to get married with her boyfriend. And Marty is obviously surprised. He didn't expect that at all. But I think the reason why Angela told him this was because she wanted some acceptance from Marty, to know. She wanted him to know that she was going to move on and start a new life. So yeah, and maybe she just wanted to see how he was doing. I don't really know, but that's just what came up into my mind when I read it. So yeah. The setting is in Wigan, London, and Swindon. When we were in Wigan when Marty and Angela were together in a relationship, and after they broke up, Marty moved to London, and that's when he got the message from Angela many years after, where she asked him to meet up at the hotel. And the hotel were in Swindon, where they both met up and saw each other again after a long time. For the first time in a long time, actually. I think the message in this short story is that it's okay to move on, but it's also okay to take a look back into the past, because it's important to be grateful for what people have given to you, even though your relationship maybe wasn't perfect, for a time they must have been really in love, because why would they else be in a relationship that time? So I think that's the message, that it's okay to move on, but it's also okay to look back and be grateful. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.